Hey guys, it's Kayla. Welcome back. Hey, if you are not subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Here we talk about all things Disney as well as how to plan your Walt Disney World vacation. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so there are a lot of options when it comes to planning your outfits for your Disney World vacation. So today I'm going to talk to you about what my tips are on how to pick out what you are going to wear while on vacation, as well as some things that you should probably consider while planning your outfits. Okay guys, so I know I've mentioned this before and you probably already know, but Florida is quite warm most of the year. Now granted, in those winter months it is going to be a little bit cooler, but if you live literally anywhere else in the States, it's probably still going to be fairly warm whenever you guys go. So my tip number one is to make sure that you dress according to the weather. So this means wearing, if it is warm, make sure you're wearing light clothing that's not super heavy, maybe something with a shorter sleeve or like tank tops, maybe shorts instead of jeans, stuff that's going to be comfortable and lightweight to wear while you're in the parks. You also need to make sure that you are dressing comfortably. So like I said, jeans maybe are not the best thing. If that's what's comfortable for you, that's totally fine. I know that with a lot of the humidity there, sometimes that can cause chafing, which is never pleasant. So, you know, maybe pack some Body Glide in your bag or something, but make sure that you are dressing comfortably, stuff that's not going to be like that you're not going to have to be fussing with and messing with while you're there. Along with this too, you're going to be walking a lot, so make sure that as well as comfortable clothing, you have comfortable shoes. Now if you missed my video on what shoes I like to bring to Disney World, I'm going to go ahead and put that link up above, so make sure you check that out on to see some of my recommendations on what kinds of shoes to bring with you. Okay, and number 3, you may get wet. So there's gonna be multiple ways that you could be getting wet while on your trip. There are water rides like Splash Mountain and Cali River Rapids that you could get soaked on. You could get just a little bit wet, but along with that, it does rain quite a bit in Florida. So you need to make sure that you are bringing maybe extra pairs of shoes. You don't necessarily have to bring them with you to the park, but definitely make sure you bring like 2 pairs of tennis shoes, not just one. That way if one pair gets wet and it's not drying out, you can always switch to a different pair. That way you're not wearing like wet shoes all week, because that's not fun. But also too, like sometimes if you have room in your bag, maybe throw a extra, really just lightweight extra shirt in your bag. That way you can maybe change halfway through the day, so it gives your wet clothes time to kind of dry out, and you can feel a little bit more refreshed. Along with this too, make sure you're bringing things like ponchos or rain jackets or umbrellas, things like that, so that if it is raining, you can stay as dry as possible. But also sometimes those ponchos might be handy for the water rides, so definitely think ahead. Okay, and a fun one, wear matching shirts. If you guys are going as a family, as a big group, or even just as a couple, think about ordering some matching Disney shirts to wear on your trip. These are really nice because you're probably going to be getting some good pictures. So those are kind of always fun to be coordinating. And also too, if you get them in fun bright colors, this is going to make it easier if you are in a big group to easily identify the other people in your party. So if you got like nice bright green shirts and you kind of get separated because you were taking a picture off somewhere or grabbing a snack, you can look around and be like, oh, there's all my people, they all got the green shirts on. So definitely think about wearing those. I know you can find these on Etsy. I know actually the Disney website has started selling some of those customizable group matching shirts. Definitely check some of those out. Along with this, maybe think about Disney bounding. Now, if you don't know what that is, Disney has a no costume policy. So if you're, I think it's above the age of 12, you are not allowed to dress up in a costume into the park for obvious reasons. We don't want to confuse other guests. But what people have been doing is something called Disney bounding, where they basically will just color block their outfits to kind of emulate a particular character. So maybe if they're wanting to Disney bound as Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse, they'll wear like red and black kind of outfit, like a black shirt with like red shorts or something like that. But that might be a really fun way if you don't own a lot of Disney shirts that are like specifically Disney. Disney bounding might be a really fun, easy way so you don't have to buy new clothing for your trip, but you can still feel like you're dressing a little bit more Disney. They actually have a fun event that goes on. I believe they do it in Disney World and Disneyland, but it's called Dapper Day. I know the one in Disney World is usually, I think they do it twice a year. I know they do it in April, and I think they do it again sometime in the fall. But basically they'll Disney bound, but they'll wear like really kind of vintage, almost pin-up kind of clothing, and people will like meet up and take pictures and like talk to other people. And it's not a Disney official event, it's just kind of something that people do on a particular day. So you probably won't be able to necessarily find when Dapper Day is on the Disney website, but you can Google it and find out for yourself. But Dapper Day is also, if you're planning on being there during that time, that might be a really fun idea. Make sure you bring an extra change of clothes for that day, because you're probably not going to want to wear that the whole time. But, you know, go grab a few fun pictures. Okay, and tip number 6, I kind of mentioned this already, but pack extra shirts or shorts or extra outfits. That way, if you are having a break halfway through your day and you just want to go back to your hotel and change outfits into something a little bit more dry, that is always a good idea to have some extra clothes, because your clothes is not going to smell so good after you've been walking around in the parks all day. So you probably aren't going to be wanting to rewear your clothes unless you have access to the laundry facilities. Definitely, even too, with this, you can throw, like if you have a really thin, lightweight shirt that you want to just throw in your bag, and maybe you don't have time to go back to your room, but maybe you just want to throw that in your bag, and halfway through the day, you could just switch out those shirts so you feel a little more fresh and not just like you're sweating like crazy. Now this tip is kind of an optional one, but it is one that I recommend, and that is to bring one fancy outfit. Now obviously you don't have to go like super formal and crazy, but maybe if you're a lady, you can throw in like a fun like sundress, or if you're a guy, maybe just throw like a really light button up, just something that's a little bit nicer. That way, if you are planning on eating a nicer dinner, you have something to wear to that. Maybe if you even don't have a nice dinner planned, but maybe you're a couple and you decide like one evening you want to just go like walk around the boardwalk and have like a nicer evening, it's kind of fun to just have something a little bit fancier, a little dressier than just like your shorts and tank tops and all of that stuff that you wear to the park. Okay, and my final tip, and probably the most important one, is to bring your ears. And if you don't wear ears, at least bring your Disney stuff. So in normal day life, you will probably feel a little silly wearing your Disney ears or your super Disneyed out shirts, things like that. But when you go to Disney World, everybody is wearing them, and you kind of feel like a weirdo if you're not wearing them. So if you have ears, plan on bringing at least a pair, or if you have some Disney shirt, bring it with you, because you're gonna want it once you get there. It's a great way to kind of just join in on the fun, and it kind of gets you in the spirit of Disney a little bit more too. Alrighty guys, so those are my tips on how to plan your outfit for Disney. Coming up in a future video, when I do my packing video for our trip, I'm going to show you some of the outfits that I am actually bringing. So make sure that you are subscribed so that you don't miss out on that. But make sure if you like this video too, do give me a big thumbs up. And tell me, what are some of your tips on how you plan your outfits when you go to Disney World? Leave those down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much again for watching, and